Oh. Oh. Aha! That's what this is. Damn right. What's doing, guys? Back with another fresh vinyl review. Today we're doing the 25 centimeter X Plus Gorosaurus. Now, keep in mind this is the 1967 version from King Kong Escapes. Okay? So, let's get right into this. Let's check out the box. Hold on. I don't know which one the box is. I have too many boxes here. So, this is the box for Anguirus, 1968. The Gorosaurus box is identical, except the sticker has Gorosaurus' name on it, and the plastic insert is different, so it could hold all snug for Gorosaurus. Okay? That's the box. I'm not digging through all these boxes. You guys seen enough of my reviews by now. If you knew, then, you know, these are boxes. Check out some of my other reviews. But the boxes for the 25 centimeter scale are almost near identical, with the exception of the sticker that has the name of the kaiju and probably the licensing sticker and the plastic insert that houses the figure on the inside. Okay? Also, quick note, make sure you guys check out FreshVinylHQ.com. FreshVinylHQ.com. That's one of our sponsors. Alright, anyway. Alright, so, quick history about this figure. This came out in end of November, early December 2012. That's when this guy came out. So again, this is the 1967 version from King Kong Escapes. The suit was later again reused in Destroy All Monsters the next year, 1968. So, it is a, you know, but it's pretty much the same suit. So, you call it 67, 68, whatever. But this is based off of the 67 version when the Gorosaurus was first introduced. Anyway, bam! Let's get right on into this! Sculpt and detail. We're going to talk about the sculpt and detail together. You know, they're both really the same thing. So, let's look at this bad boy. Alright, the sculpt, obviously, it is beautiful. X Plus does not disappoint. His back, his legs, his tail, his arms, his stomach are all sculpted with a bumpy, scaly-like skin texture to him. So, it's covering the whole body, you know. So, you pick him up, you just feel he's all bumpy and everything, you know. So, that looks great. The spikes going down his back. There are just, you know, like fins, shark fins, you know, per se. But that's the idea, you know, there's small dorsal fins here, so those look cool. They start just at the edge of the head, all the way down the back, all the way down to the tip of the tail. So that is nicely done. Okay, let's see. The legs. Now, remember, these are reproductions of what the suit looked like. So the legs have some muscle texture to them, you could say. But that's also due to the bagginess of the suit, which I don't think it was too baggy. But you could definitely tell, you know, that is some bagginess to it. But it looks more muscle-like if you ask me. But so that looks good. So detail looks great on the legs here. His feet, he's got 3 big toes. Well, you know, the middle one's the biggest. So that looks nice. Toes look good. Very, very nice. Stomach. Now, the other feature, because Gorosaurus is kind of hunched over, and he would do this a lot in the movie, up and down with his head. You know, so he's got a lot of baggy skin here, across his neck, down to his stomach. So that looks great. Sculpt is nice, nicely done. The arms tucked in, very T-Rex-like. Not Godzilla. Godzilla, you know, he had more movement. He has more movement with his arms, but his arms were like that. But Gorosaurus is very T-Rex-like, you know, with his arms. Really, he has really no movement other than from his elbows to go up and down, side to side. So his shoulders, he's almost non-existent, but he doesn't look like he can really do much from the shoulders down. That's just the kaiju in general. But the arms are captured very well here. to go with what the suit design was. Okay, so that looks good. The face is spot on. It looks really, really good. Again, X plus, guys. But the face is remarkably almost. Well, you know, to me, it's suit accurate. It's they nailed this. The 30 centimeter version, which I don't have yet. Look for that in future review. But the 30 centimeter version is perfect. It looks beautiful. But the 25 centimeter is beautiful too in its own right. But back to the sculpt and detail. Look at those teeth. Teeth are individually sculpted. They look beautiful. He's got a nostril right there. Inside of the let's go back to the mouth. Got his tongue in there. It's all flat, pressed down and whatnot. So those look good. One thing I love about the face, the eyes, but we're going to get to that in a second, but is the definition here over his eyes, his eyebrow. Really give it an awesome profile, you know, to Gorosaurus' face. You know, and it does give him kind of this mean vibe to him, but it also keeps a slender look as you know, as a good kaiju, so he's not totally ferocious looking, but this definitely gives him a more of a prolific, you know, look to him. It's always the eyes. The eyes always can, you know, look at the difference between the 64 Godzilla, how the eyebrows and the eyes look, compared to the 73 Godzilla, and those eyes and eyebrows look. You got one that looks ferocious, and then you got one that looks like a puppy dog. So the definition with the eyebrows and how the eyes are can totally change the character of the kaiju and just the vibe that you get from. So this looks really cool. I like this. If you guys understand what I'm saying. Anyway, so that's your sculpted detail. Okay. Oh, mind you, there's a little horn tip at the tip of the tail. Okay, so that looks pretty cool. All right. All right. Let's sculpt the detail. Moving on. Paint job. Paint job, paint job, paint job! Paint job is great. Now, it's mostly a subtle blue-green, you know, throughout the whole body, from the head all the way down to the back, the tail, the legs, until you get to the stomach and the chest area and the underside of the neck. Most of the front is painted with some subtle browns and oranges and tan across the stomach and everything, as you guys can see there. And these colors work its way all the way down the underside of the tail. Okay? So those look good. You have it on the inside of the legs also. On both sides. So yeah, so this is more tan mixed in with some subtle oranges, brown mixes. So that looks pretty cool. One thing I love about these figures is, you know, and anything that has a great paint job to it, is the application on how it's faded evenly and distributed. So it's not just like a clean break, like a clean line. You know, it's painted very, very well, you know, to give you that vibe that this is how the suit looked. So it looks good. I like the fades. I like the blending. The blending looks good. Especially up here under the underside of the jaw and the neck. That looked really good too. Check that out. So that looked cool. I like how they did that. Alright, so again, you know, we're looking at the teeth and the mouth again. The teeth are your typical bone white. The lips are, you know, off red. The tongue in there, it's kind of hard to see the tongue, but the tongue is painted the same color as the gums. Even his nostrils have that subtle red to them. But we'll get to the eyes last because that's a great feature. The dorsal spines here, they have a little bit of a white highlight to them, as you can see. Bam. But it's mostly that green-blue with a touch of just a little highlight on the tips of these fins. And as far as the toenails go, they are bone white with subtle highlights of a yellow hint on each of them. Same thing with the heel horn right there, so that's the same color scheme. So the toenails look good. The fingernails are painted in the same manner. Just typical bone claw looking color. Okay? And the same thing on the tail horn. Tail spike, whatever you want to call it. That's mostly white, bone white, with a little bit of a hint of a yellow there. Now the eyes, oh, somebody's going to have to explain to me the eyes here. Because these eyes don't look like they're painted, you know. They're not. They're plastic inserts put in, you know. And they're very glossy and glass-like. You look at them. So maybe there's the plastic cover with a ball on the inside that was painted, but these eyes are awesome. They really stand out. Almost kind of like Hedra's eyes, but the 25 is mostly painted. I gotta look at that again. That's painted. I'm trying to think what other X Plus figure has eyes like this that look really awesome. I think Gorosaurus. We'll do him next. Then 25 centimeter Veron. Don't worry. Oh, FYI, this was a viewer's choice review. You guys on Fresh Vinyl Reviews on my Facebook page voting. So this is what we do. Bam! Viewer's choice. And don't forget to check out FreshVinylHQ.com. Bam! That's another place I'm going to be writing some more articles. I'm going to be writing some stuff, you know. Definitely check out the history of Fresh Vinyl. Check that out. Alright, moving on! Joints and seams! Alright, joints and seams. Check it out. Let's see. Nothing around the neck. Nothing on the shoulders, on the arms. Nothing on the legs. Nothing on the tail, the legs or the ankles. Of course, there's going to be something on the tail. Okay, so the tail, obviously, wow, this is just in there good because I haven't moved it. There's a seam right here, right along the tail. That's where you put the tail in. Also, is there one here? Let's see, there's another one here, along the midsection of it, about a quarter way down, not midsection, quarter way down the tail. Okay, so there's another seam. Is there any other seams? No. So Fresh Vinyl says 2 seams. Bam and bam. There's no joints. Nothing moves. Legs don't move. Feet don't move. Nothing moves. Head don't move. Nothing. So that's not bad. This looks great because what happens with the seams is they kind of take away from the look of the figure. You know, you want almost seamless, so it looks like it's real. Bam. Okay. So that's joints and seams. No articulation, people. This is not SH Monster Arts. I don't know how many times we got to go over that now. If you're new to X Plus figures, X Plus is not about articulation. Okay? Okay, man. Thank you. Alright, moving on! Size comparison! Sorry about my voice there. Alright, check it out. 25 centimeter X Plus Goro. Bandai 8-inch scale Gorosaurus. Alright, so 2 different figures. 2 different sizes. 2 different eras. This came out in 93. Yep, 93. It says it on the tag. This came out in 2012. So we're talking about 19 years difference. This is what came out in 1993. Awesome. This is awesome. If you guys can have both of these, go for them. You know, people ask me, "Oh, what should I get? What should I get?" Guys, get what you can afford. Get what you like. But you can't go wrong with either one of these figures. Classic Bandai, love them. I love my Bandai figures. Don't forget, you got to get the tag. Anyway, size comparison. So, Gorosaurus stands about 10 inches. The X Plus version, the Bandai version, is about in the 8-inch scale. Okay, so 2 inches difference. Paint job's different. Everything's different about it, but it's the same character. You can tell this is Gorosaurus. You can tell this is Gorosaurus. Okay, so that's your size comparison. All right, bam, looks pretty cool. That's about it. All right, so final thoughts. Let's see. Out of a fresh scale of 1 through 10, I give this figure, I want to say 10, but, you know, yeah, I think I'm safe to say 10. You know, I really can't find anything wrong with this figure. There's nothing wrong with it. You know, I mean, I could sit here and be picky. Oh, there's a seam here or a seam there, but why? I mean, this figure's beautiful. It's exactly what it was sent and made out to be. A near exact reproduction of the suit from 1967's King Kong Escapes. And it's beautiful. It is a beautiful figure. So, definitely a scale of 10 for freshness. Oh, and, you know, this probably smelled fresh when I got them, but this was in the group of the first X Plus figures that I got back in 2013. So, it was fresh then. So, it's still certified fresh. Alright, so, that's all I got. Make sure you check out FreshVinylHQ.com. Yes, that's my website. Check me out on Twitter and Instagram at Mr. Fresh Vinyl. Follow me on Facebook at Fresh Vinyl Reviews. That's where you guys I'm trying to make ways that you guys can get in contact with me. If you want a shirt, please let me know. I got shirts. I'm going to be doing a box day shirt, so that's kind of out of the bag. I'm still working on the design for that. We're going to be doing hoodies and all this other good, kind of fun stuff. So get in contact with me. If you guys got questions, just ask. Let me know. I'm happy to help anybody out. Definitely make sure you check out kaijuaddicts.com. Kaijuaddicts.com is a wealth of information on X+. John Stanowski's been working on that page for over a year now, and it is beautiful. It is beautiful. So check kaijuaddicts.com. FreshVinylHQ.com. Bam! And remember, buy vinyl, fresh vinyl!